So our plan was to take up the experiment number 4 to demonstrate on aggregate operations, group by operations, views, join operations, and with another dedicated example which privileges join sets and views. That was the agenda of taking the content. So we are now taking the support of live SQL also. So from the live SQL part, uh, we will look towards executing of the program and how it goes, etc. So once we will use the live SQL, we will see that the programs are going to be executed as and how whenever it is necessary. So now here we can see in the live SQL we have the three tables which is ready made to be created. Then uh, we have the three the insert commands which to be executed in the appropriate tables. Then we have an answer towards executing the Sailor database, then towards the boats database, and thereby towards the resource database. So now data is ready. Now let us do some aggregate operations over the data to understand how the aggregation is going to occur as of the things. So when we talk about aggregation, then we will be assuming that aggregation will look into a word where it is applied for an entire column. So some of the aggregations will affect our normalized content will be sum, the count, average, min, max. In this way, we model up some mathematical content. So count, it gives the number of rows in the database. So it gives up the count in that model. And when we take up age, and if we want to pull up the total age of the sailors, so we can use the sum. Similarly, when we want to need the aggregate operation, that is average here, so we'll get the average ages, etc. So total, the least age, the younger age, the older age. So minimum and maximum we will take up. These three are very simple commands just to understand the glimpses what was going on with the average rating, sum of rating. So we have this rating here. So we will get the sum. Then we will use the average value and divided by total number of rows. So that's how we will take up the first query and second query. So we are computing average with the rating value and how it should occur. So the table, the column name will occur as average. That's the key distinction. And count, it will says number of rows, the rating is present. So that gives us the count. So in this way, these are some of the basic queries before we dig deep into the query part. So what we will do is we will take up the three queries here and see how the elements are going to be executed in our SQL editor. So in our SQL compiler, we have this content here. So we are going to have one more value, that will be the select sum of rating. So we have that rating to be displayed from the sailors database. So sum of S rating from sailors. So we will execute this query here. Hitting on the run button, we expect we can see 66 here. So now we can put up this count, and when it is executed, we say count is going to be 10. Now what is the average here? So 6.6 by 10, we will be getting, that is 66 by 10. So we will be getting the average. So here you can see average is printed in the same model. Earlier sum was 66, now it is divided by 10, total number of count. So we got this 66 as the values. So average, it will be printed as 6.6, 6.6, and sum is 66, and total count is 10 rows are available here. Find the average ages of all sailor. So what we can change in the query was average s dot age as average age from sailor. So we can just remodify it here. So when we hit on the run button, now we'll be getting the ages, average age value. So that is what we took up here. The ages were 45, 33, 53, 25, 35, 35, 16, 35, 25, and 63. The total value we'll get, and then we are going to find out the age. So that's where we get this as 36.7. So 36.7 years will be the average age of the sailor here. So next comes find the average age of the sailor who's with a rating of 10. So first of all, we need to understand age of sailor with rating of 10. So now we need two conditions are there. Two conditions are there. The first condition was the age of a sailor with rating 10. So rating 10, rating 10. So rating, and second one was age. So we got 35, and rating 10, we got this another 16. So age 35 plus 16 divided by 2, only two members are there, so we will be getting the answer at this position. So if such is the case, now what was the thing we have to take up was, we will be telling that average age from sailor where rating is equals to 10. So up to that point we can execute the scenario here. So average age from sailor, we can just type it here, where s dot rating is equals to some 10. So just see how it works. So it is 25.5. The answer was shown as 25.5. So what was taken here? We used the aggregate function called as average. Then we used a from clause. Thereby we used the where clause here. Now another interesting thing was, find the name and age of the oldest sailor. Find the name and age of the oldest sailor. So again, we need only the sailor table here, name and age of the oldest sailor. So how can I find the oldest sailor? So I have to take the age set, and then I have to find the maximum of age, right? So I have to see 45, 33, 55, 25, 35, 35, 16, 35, 25, and 63. So now I can find that 63. So how can I do it? I'm going to use the maximum function. Apply the maximum function on s dot age. Okay, max of s dot age. If I'm going to use, I am going to get this 63 here. So that is done. Next one, find the name and age. So obviously name was Bob. That's how we have to print it out. So let us see how it goes. So I'm selecting this query, and now we can put in front of you here, find the name and age, name and the maximum age here. So we don't have S name, I think. We have only the word called as name here. So we will hit on the run button. So there was some grouping function here, a mismatch towards a grouping function. So that has to be improved. Why? Because these elements here, they are going to be a single row function, a single row functions like max and etc. But when we are going to print up the name etc., it will lead to an error. It will lead to an error. So the improvement was, we have to improve the query here. We have to improve the query, and we have to optimize the query. So how we can improve or how we can optimize was, we are going with nested queries here. That is, this is with the inner query and followed by the outer query. Inner query, and then it is followed with the outer query here. Now, first we are going to compute the age, or moving the age to a variable s dot age. So we will find the maximum age from one instance of a Cyler, put this here as a condition, and bring the name. So aggregate function are used in the inner query here. Aggregate functions, they are used in the inner function, inner query here. So we will improve the query in this model and see how it goes. So we are putting this in form of a single row and a multiple in a nested queries here itself. So now you can see Bob and 63 are coming. Earlier way this story was error raised because grouping are applied. So for that reason, we will not look up into the element at this point. So we get the record of Bob, who is going to get the maximum age. So we already discussed in the above diagram that we are expecting the 63 and his name was Bob. Okay, now count the number of Cylers. So it is quite easy. So obviously we will be getting the answer as 10. Next was we need to count the number of distinct Cyler names. So if we want to have the unique value, if we want to find the unique names, that means no duplicate names in the list. If such is a case, then one name must repeat for only one time. One name must repeat only for one time. So that means here we are going to have Horatio record and another Horatio record. So only one Horatio record will occur because we are going to use distinct. So how we are going to say was we will use this select count of distinct S names. So earlier there are 10 rows. Now we are going to use distinct. Therefore, we will get 9 records. We will get the 9 records. So how is it possible? So what we can take up was we can take up the query here, then move to our working place. So distinct of S names we are provoking at this point. So now we can see there are only 9 rows they are repeating because Horatio was repeated with 2 number of times. Next one was find the names of the sailors who was older than the older sailor with a rating of 10. Find the names of the sailors who are older than the older sailor with a rating of 10. So it is a little bit tricky and interesting to understand the query and to get up how to bring up the answers at this level. So find the names of the sailor. Yeah, we can write as sailor dot name. That will be displayed. Okay, that is not a question. Who are older than, that is greater than the oldest sailor? Who is the oldest sailor with a rating of 10? So first of all, we need to find the max age. What is the max age here? The max age was 63. Who is having max age? It is with Bob. And what is his rating? His rating is equals to 3. Okay, this is condition number 1. Okay, so now older sailor with a rating of 10. So now older sailor, so with a rating of 10. Now we need a older sailor, not maximum. So we need to repeat this query again. So we will repeat the query again itself here. That is the older sailor with a rating of 10. So condition was rating 10 sailors. So who are rating 10 sailors? One is Rusty, another is Jordan. Okay. So Rusty's age was 35. Jorba's age is 16. Now we need to find the older sailor. Who is the older sailor? R and Z. We get only 35, that is Rusty. Now this is all condition number 1. Now let us look into condition number 2. Who are older than the oldest sailor with a rating of 10? That means now we need to select the sailors whose age is greater than 35 or Rusty. So if such is the case, names of the sailors who are older than the oldest sailor with a rating of 10. So in this 35 is the older. Now we need to find who are older than 35. So at this case, I can put up 1, 2, 3. So who are older than? So we have 35 occurrences again. So I'm not sure whether we can pick it up here. So how does the system understands, or how we can bring this in form of the SQL query here? So for this we are now working with a nested query. So find the S names from Cyler where age is greater than. Now we are working with the nested query, and we take up in this model from sailors, and the condition is given in this model. So what we should understand here was with rating 10. So this is condition number 1. Then we are printing out where age is greater than the maximum age. So here we say it is condition number 2. Okay, so we meet the two conditions and then we display the name. So just check up whether this it is executing or not. Let us verify it. Let us verify whether it is executing or not. So selecting the query here, moving to our SQL editor. Now I'm typing up the query here. So who is greater than? We are writing with the nested query operations. So we don't have S name, we have only name at this point. Name at this point. I think this line is repeating here, so I will just remove this line. And similarly, I don't need any braces or extra braces here, so we can ignore it. So only one query is enough. Select S name from Cyler. Age is greater than the maximum value. So now you can understand the query part. So we are going to have only 3, right? Dustin, Luber, and Bob. So what are the 3 occurrences we have chosen? One we chosen Dustin, another we chosen Luber, and another we call it as Bob. So that's how we got this Dustin, Luber, and Bob. So this is the updated query. That just we can ignore the earlier query because there is a little error at this point. So we ignore this as of now, and we are replacing this with a new. We are replacing this with a new query here. So we are replacing with a new query. So I'm hitting with the new query operation, and thereby we will put up the answers what it has erased. That is the 3 names of the sailors, and we will ignore this query, right? Now let us work with the group by and having operations. So continuation, we have select command clauses. We have select command clauses here. So in this select command clauses, we have group by and having by. So they are going to be associated with where and with from, and then with group by, having, and order by. So these will be the different clauses. Now find the age of the youngest sailor at each level. So this is a little bit tricky here. We need to find the age of the youngest sailor at each rating level. So what are the different rating levels? So rating, it is between 0 to 9, it is between 0 to 10 here, right? So rating was between 0 to 10. even I can say it is only between 1 to 10. So we will put up 1 to 10. So now find the age of the youngest sailor at each rating level. So I will just put up 7 here, or we can drop the conclusions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now we can see rating 1. So rating 1, age 33. Then let us move. Rating 2 is not there. Rating 3 is there. So rating 3, what were their ages? That is 25 and 63. 25 and 63. Then this is rating number 3 here. So there is no rating 2. So this is associated with rating number 3. Next, whether we have rating number 4. No, we don't have rating number 4. Then whether we are going to have rating number 5. No, we don't have rating number 5. Whether we have rating number 6. No, we don't have rating 6. Now let us check with rating number 7. So Dustin, his age was 45. Are there any other? Yeah, Horatio, and his age was 35. Then are there any rating is still no? So then we will move to the eighth part. So eighth part, so we have his age as 55, then 25, and that is done. Now we will check with the ninth part. The ninth age was 35. So who is pending here? So we taken up 7. We have taken up the 7. We have taken 1 also. So who is pending? 10 is pending. So 10 age was 35, and another 10 age was 16. So in this case, now I need to find the youngest at each level. Youngest at each level. There no one here. We'll get the 33. In between, smaller. So we need the min value, min of age. So for 45 and 35, I'll get the 35 here. 25, 35, and 16. So now these are the different ages what we are looking into. We have set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 1 should be 33, 2 should be 3 should be 25, and 7 should be 35, 8 should be 25, 9 should be rating should be 35, and rating 10 should be 16. So we have to look whether the answers are moving in this direction or not, and then we need to build up an SQL query whether the query will return the same option or not. So we will check it up with the S dot rating and min of age from group by rating. So now we are going to use the group by rating function. So group by we are going to use, and it groups first group, second group, third group, fourth group. In this way it is going to move up and generate the answers. So what we will do is we will select the query here, prompt to the SQL compiler. Now we are yet to execute this query. So we want both rating and we want at rating what was the minimum age from the sailor, and we are grouping it into different levels. So now you can see 7th, 1, 8, 10, 9, and 3. We have 33, 35, 33, 25, 16, 35, and 23. So total levels, you can see the 6 levels are displayed with the same ages. So this is how we need to interpret nor we need to think more at the conceptual level rather than executing and see the answers. So it is at a verification stage, but much of the understanding will happen to see the query and understand how we need to get the answers. So that is the core purpose to look into how the error, how the query is going to be evaluated. Okay, find the ages of youngest sailor who is eligible to vote, and that is at least 18 years, and each rating level with at least 2 sailors. So the condition was we need the ages should be greater than 18. That means we don't need Zorba here. So we are deleting the Zorba's record. Fine. Now, for each rating level with at least 2 such sailors, age of the youngest sailor, we need to find the age of the youngest sailor for each rating level at least 2 sailors. So every rating level should have at least 2 sailors. So now what will be the thing was we can just use the previous scenario. We can take up 3, we can take up 7, we can take up 8, 9, 9 I think it is only 1, then we can take up 10. So 3, 7, 8 and 10. So these are the levels what we are going to take up. 3, 7, 8 and 10. So because why we are choosing this, why not others? Because in these levels only at least 2 rows are available. Remaining 2 is going to be the crucial part there. So we need to consider only this and ignore the rest of the part. Now let us see at rating 3, at rating 3 who are there. So at rating 3 you can, yeah, at rating 3 we have Art and Bob, and their ages are 25 and 63. Now if I put minimum of 25 comma 63, then we will get 25. So that is for the art age. Next, moving to the 7th. So rating number 7, Dustin, and his age was 45. So we will be calling it as Dustin and his age was 45. And check whether there are another rating called as 7. So we have Horatio and with 35. So we have 2 records. Again, minimum of 45 comma 35. Now we will be getting 35. Next, working with 855, 825. Working with 855 and 825. Now, okay, 825, that is Andy, he is with 25, and another was Luber, his age was 55. Now we need to find the minimum of 25 and 55. Again we'll get 20. 10 we don't consider. The reason was 16 age of Zorba. It is not meeting up. So we don't go up with the things. So now we have rating 3, 7 and age, and 25, 35, 25. These are the minimum ages at each level with at least 2 values. So that's how we will execute up this query. Okay, fine. Now everything is in a application oriented. Now how can we move this towards the SQL query part, towards executing this query? So for that, now we are applying the select command to retrieve the data, and we are applying from, where, group and order by clauses. Now at each level, we need 2 records. Therefore we use having count is greater than 1. Next, each level to be separated. So we have to group the level. That's the reason why we will use group by. Third thing, minimum age was 18. So we use where condition to verify. So we add all together, we are finding the rating. This is the rating. We are finding the minimum age. Yeah, 25, 35, 25 are the minimum ages we need to find. So let us take this SQL command and see how the SQL command is going to get executed here. How the SQL command is going to get executed here. So we taken up the rating, where, group by, having, group by, having clauses. So let's see how the answer goes. So now you can see it is 7, 8 and 3. So we got 7, 8 and 3. 35, 25, 25. Of course the order is not there, but 25, 35, 25 we get the rating levels. The order in which we input the records will arise. So if I can say order by rating, let's see whether order by clause is also supporting. Yeah, you can see 3, 7, 8. So now you can see all are going to be ascending order. All are going to be executed in the ascending order. So I can take up this query here. I can put it here, order by rating. So when order by rating is going to happen, now you can see the rating is going to be displayed in the ascending order. Let us verify if we put order by rating DESC, what happens here. So if such is the case, you can see 8 is first, 7 is next, and 3 is next. So that means we put the same query and we are expecting the answer to be in the descending format. So for that we have taken these values as mentioned, and now the answer will be in a descending order mode. That is all regarding the group by. Now let us check a view. What is a view? Was view is going to be a virtual table, and it can have all the rows, columns from the all the columns from the table, or partial columns of the main table. So operations view can be created, deleted, inserted, updated, altered, so deleted. So all the operations are going to be supported. Second thing was when we are going to use the create, we use both create and select in the single query. That means we are going to use the data definition language, we are going to use the data manipulation language to create a view. So view, it is combining up with both the values at one instance of time. Now here is some basic example. Now we are going to have the master table Siler. Then it is having field 1, field 2, field 3 and column 4. Now we are creating a view and only with the name and rating. That means we take only column number 4. So we need to display only column number 2 and 3. So what we can do is we are going to get the names and rating of the seller. Second thing, we want to know seller's rating. This is called as view name, and view, it is going to be called as a keyword. So now you can see at this point it is with the DDL and DML, create and select is part there. Now we are going to display the elements of view, and finally we will delete the view. These are some of the basic foundation things which can happen over the view operations on a table. So what we can take up was we are going to use these 3 commands. We will be using these 3 commands set of now. So it is towards creating of the view. So partial table elements will occur in the view. So view is a keyword here. The view name was seller rating. Now we want to know whether the 2 elements name and rating are available. So select star from seller's rating. So we are now calling up the view. We are now calling up the view to understand whether the 2 contents are displayed in the view or not. So we got these 10 items. So these 10 items are going to be the output from here. So now we no more need it. So what we can do is we will drop the view So we will be using the drop command and hit on the run button. So drop option. So drop followed by view name. So now you can understand the command here. View was dropped. So that is how we are going to work with the views. Then comes to the interesting part of looking towards the join operations. So at this join operations, we work with most interesting ways. One with left outer join and right outer join, and another one will be the full outer join. So left outer join elements are towards the left, right outer join elements are towards the right, and full outer join they will be including the things in both the things. These joins they eliminate the drawback of Cartesian product. They eliminate the drawback of Cartesian product. So it is with selection, projection, and cross join. So all this it leads to a join. So the cross function, the selection, and the projection all together they are going to bring up the joins at this position. Now here is an interesting command what we are looking for. That was uh, we are looking in this model. So just to see this command and hope if it goes well. So we need to select the Cyler IDs, Cyler names. We need to identify Cyler IDs, Cyler names, and reserves.bid. That means we want Cyler IDs 1, we want to display Cyler names 2, then we want the reserves, that is reserves BID, we want to take up 3, and that one we want to get it from Cyler table and we want to get it from the reserves table, but in between that we are going to use the left outer join. We are going to use the left outer join, and it is going to apply between Cyler and reserve. So this is database 1, Cyler database, and reserves is going to be the database 2. And what was the condition we are going to look into? The condition we will look into was the Cyler ID to exist in both. Cyler ID should exist in both. Now the Cyler ID both we have going to compare. Now what we can do is we have to write it out the elements which are going to be in the left side, that is Cyler database 22, 29, 31, 32, 58, 64, 71, 74, 85 and 95. Okay, these are all the IDs. Now we have the reserves table. Now check 22 in reserves, yes. 29 in reserves, no. 31 in reserves, yes. 32, no. 58, no. 64, yes. 71, no. 74, yeah. 85, no. And 95, no. So we are going to get the elements who are in left outer join, right? We need to get this in left outer join. So the elements with are equal, they should be printed okay, and rest of the things they should be print with null values. Who are missing, who are going to miss those records, that means 6 records are missing and they must be printed with null values. They must be printed with null values. So just verify whether our interpretation is going to happen or not. So we will select the query, bring it to our SQL work area. Now from left outer join, and then we are bringing up these contents. So this was the foremost thing we have to understand. So we are now taking up with Siler SID, Siler's name and reserves, and we are applying left outer join between Siler's and reserves, and we need to compare whether the ID exists in reserves and Siler. So hit on the run button to understand what was happening here. So now you can fill it up. The values what we were predominantly looking are printed, and the rest of the 6, right? 58, 71, 85, 29, 95, and 32. 1, Rusty is 1, Zorba is 2, Bob is 3, Brutus is 4, Bob is 5, and Andy is 6. So total 6 records. Total 6 records. They are not in the reserves table. Total 6 records. They are not available in the table. So that is the reason why we will put the null values here. So you can opt here the null values. And there are multiple occurrences. 101, 22 occurrences is for 4 times. 31 occurrences is for 3 times. 64 occurrences is for 2 times. So obviously more records will be printed as of now. Okay. Now let us see what happens if we use the same query, that too with the right outer join. If we are going to use up the same query and put the values as a right outer join, when we are going to put up the right outer join, now we need a symbol which is pointing out towards the right hand side, and now records exists in reserves and not exists in Silers. If they don't exist, mark as null. If they don't exist, mark it as null. Okay. Now if such is the case, now we will put the records which are for the reserves. So 22, 22, 22, 22, 31, 31, 31, 64, 64, and 74. Now, no doubt about it, everything is found, every record is found in the Siler table. This is reserves and Siler. So, all the records are satisfying the relation. So, for this query, no null values will be printed because all the 10 are going to be there. So 10 rows will be shown. So all the 10 are available in the Siler. So that is the reason why we will not have much ambiguity here. So what we can do is, instead of left outer join, now move it to the right outer join. So once we are changing it to the right outer join, we will see how the answer is going to be transformed here. So selecting the query, then applying the run operation between silers and results. So now you can see there are 20 rows. Of course, why we are going to get the 20 rows? Because uh, there is a match here, 10 and 10 here. There is a match here with 10 and 10. So that is the thing, we get this into this scenario. Now check what happens to the full outer join. So when we are going to call it as full outer join, it takes up both the conditions. It takes up both the conditions and gives the maximum element. It takes up both the elements and it is going to bring up the maximum elements in both the cases. So that is the importance which was given for the full outer join. So full outer join, it is now represented with the elements as follows. We will end our presentation here.